Welcome to another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast. My guest with me tonight is my partner, Damien. Play ball with him a lot. He's one of my other true point guards that I play with a lot. But go ahead and tell the people about yourself.
What's up, everybody? My name Damien. Instagram world class Damien, billionaire Dame. I'm from the city. I'm from New Orleans, born and raised here. I went to school in Iowa, played ball there, came back home. But growing up here was another little roughneck delinquent in and out of the juvenile system. Made a 360 from the projection where I was going at in life.
Right.
And now, I feel like I can relate to a lot of what's going on in the city because I once was them. Those little kids doing wild stuff. One goal that I had when I was younger was to just be known for doing bad shit.
Oh.
And I honestly feel like I achieved that.
Right.
Everywhere I go, niggas be like, "What's up, D? You changed your life, man." And it's real.
Right.
And I'm at a point in my life where I'm really trying to embrace that side. Like, you was out here. You was.
And now you somebody new.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you got to reintroduce I got to reintroduce me to you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Because people used to owe you.
Exactly. But
So-
a lot of people don't even know about this version of myself.
Yeah. So that was just like come from your upbringing?
Yeah.
Like you was raised.
I'm raised uptown. Well, I'm born uptown, raised in the Mouth. Yeah.
What about the parent?
She from Nigga Town. Me and my dad never really had a relationship like that.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I'm so intentional about my boys.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
was willing to make sure that they ain't raised like you were.
Exactly.
That
You know they
makes sense.
say if you name your kid after you, that means you didn't have your dad in your life.
That what they say?
I didn't know that, but
Ooh, boy, that makes a lot of sense.
They just was saying on TV today, that's why LeBron named Bronny Jr. LeBron.
Bro,
real talk though.
bruh, you
I didn't
really,
realize
like,
it.
boy, I just got chills from saying that.
Boy, look at me.
Bruh,
Look at me.
that
This is
makes
real.
sense.
Cause man, I was so hell bent on making sure that Damian Jr. was named after me. I said, I don't care what happened, he gotta have my name.
Look, he just said, when a man names his son after him, it's because his dad wasn't in his life. How you feel about that?
I don't know. Is that
Cause like,
so? Maybe that's why you didn't sweat it much.
that may be. Cause like, I had like this, it was terrible. Like I really had to try to fight for my son to be named after me. But I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it.
You ain't tripping.
Yeah. But like now that you say that and the thing about my dad, it makes a lot of sense. So it make a lot of sense.
It's real.
So this episode gonna be about life seasons. Right?
Exactly.
So how you explain your life?
It's interesting, man. I'm still trying to write this book about my life. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to give detail but not be too explicit about some of the things that I've been through and I've experienced. So just explaining my life it's a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like outlets like this, having genuine conversation like we were having, is actually helping mold that.
Yeah. Cause you get what you want to hear out and then just see how to navigate that to the next step.
Exactly.
And then just the life seasons, like coming from, like you said, coming from how you was raised, just thinking,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be one of the baddest out here.
Exactly.
And then now you coming to, I can't really be like that. Then I'm having boys.
Exactly.
I don't want them like that. So it's like,
Bro,
it's like really holding yourself accountable and really understanding change got to happen for you to be successful. But how do most people want to be successful is the real question.
that's interesting, man. I feel like environment is so important
Mm-hmm.
in how we describe success. I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff, but a lot of times people, they grow up around people being worshipped and idolized for not
Foolishness.
good stuff.
Yeah, foolishness.
So if that's what you see, and if you see people being idolized for it, of course, it's like, I want to
Be like
mimic
that.
that
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form. That's why I always say environment dictates upbringing, right? If you put me in a whole nother environment, and one thing I do love about this city, it just teaches you how to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go anywhere and
Yeah.
be you. But yeah,
What season do you feel you're in right now?
right now, I personally believe I'm in the spring. A lot of opportunities coming my way. And it's really just about positioning myself to do right and do what I know I need to do.
Mhm.
Specifically, I just got a coaching job, right? As an assistant coach for a high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at it like, I never coach. I don't know how to coach, right? But I notice that people see stuff in me that I don't even see in myself sometimes.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, why me? I just hoop. That's all I like to do. I like to play ball. But that same aggression, that same passion that you have, you put that in anything, you're going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to be a part of the coaching staff. I'm like, yeah. So right now in my life, I think I'm in the spring season. Just new opportunities coming my way, shaking off a lot of dead weight.
Yeah. I can really say the same thing, because it's like I got rid of all the old baggage that I had
Mm-hmm.
and really let it go and heal from it. And now it's like I'm getting that new chance or new start
Mm-hmm.
and fresh start. And now it's just like everything that you said you was going to do in the midst of all the bad that was going on, now I'm really able to do it now.
It's your time.
Yeah, it is. And
For sure.
like, it's coming quicker than I thought.
Mm.
Like everything that I said really happening. And now it's just like I really just got to put it into play now.
Positioning, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think positioning is very important, bro. Like, just hearing you say that, if we don't go through the stuff that we go through, these different seasons, right? If it don't happen, we won't be prepared or positioned to be able to take on new opportunities, or,
Yeah.
So, for sure.
So do you think what you go through in your life determine what season you in?
I believe stuff happen. It happened to everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
The seasons is gonna always be the same,
Yeah.
right? Winter, spring, summer, fall. You're gonna go through some bad stuff, and right after that, you're gonna get out of it, and it doesn't change. So I feel like whenever I got brain fog just now.
That all the time.
Happiness happen to everybody, bro. Like, everybody go through, but it's
Yeah.
not about what you go through. It's about how you respond to what you're
Mhm.
going through. So
Yeah.
we all get a choice and a chance, of course, but you get the chance to make the right decision despite whatever season you're in.
Yeah.
So,
And I know that a lot of times we set plans up for our life and they don't go out we think we should. Exactly. I can honestly say that from high school to now, my life ain't go nowhere near I thought it was gonna go at all. And it's like just seasons of sports, life, women, children. Like, it's just like everything that I thought with all that is nothing like what this is.
I want to interject a little bit, bro. Do you notice a common theme or a pattern with most black men? Like,
What?
say for instance, you have a love for, like, let's use basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I have a love for the game, right? That's all I was thinking about as a young man in high school,
Yeah.
going to the next level. I wanted to, play college ball, get recruited, all that stuff. It didn't work out like that, but I was able to go and play college ball. But in the midst of that, I had a girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Then I got her pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, this is all right after high school. So going into that freshman year for me, it was school, but for most people, it's like the workforce or whatever,
Mhm.
trade school, right? Now I have that baggage. At that time, I looked at it as a baggage,
Yeah.
right? Dang, I got a baby on the way. I'm fresh, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So I just noticed that a lot, because as young men, we're not being curated to think about life goes beyond where we are, right? We thinking about prom, home, stuff like that, opposed to like what I'm gonna be doing for the next 5 years. Like, how can I position myself to change?
We only think about the now.
And I noticed that in so when I see young men like 17, 16, I just be wrapping my arms around them because I see me.
Yeah.
Like, I know where you at. They be telling me about the women. I get it.
Right. Because they always going to be there.
Exactly. But when I see them talking and having those type of conversations, it's like the writing is on the wall, right? And I feel like a call in the mind to be able to like grab them. Like, come on, man.
You know that's why you got that job, right? You just said why you got it.
Exactly. Sometimes you don't even see it.
Yeah.
Until you have to like pull back and somebody like you you just got that because of that, right?
Yeah. Exactly what you just said is the reason you got that job.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you want to change. And you know where you went wrong at that age, and you want to make sure another person don't do it.
I just think about those years, man. It's so important because if you develop a skill or something that's like of substance, and you just kind of like dive in for like 2 to 3, 4 years, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
At 21, 22, your 20s, your early 20s will be so much better. You know
and we make them so hard because all we see around us, like you said, the environment,
right?
Distractions. Let's party. When we get in the section.
Exactly.
Who bet y'all can outdrink you. like just
no
something just be like,
all.
yeah. But that's the environment. Because it's so easy to fall into the trap of doing bad things than staying focused on where we need to be in life. Because we don't really think about, like you said, we don't think about our future during that time.
And it's attractive to the people around us when you're doing stuff that's not right.
Crazy thing. Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Right.
I was having a conversation last night with this young lady and she was talking about this new generation and how everybody want to smoke. And I was just letting them vent, I was like, damn, that used to be me. I was low-key addicted to smoking weed, unconsciously. And I had that same old excuse. I can stop whenever I want to. I know I could quit. If I get a job, I got to get a drug test, I'm good. No.
It don't work like that.
And it's like, I heard once, like, your habits become these invisible chains that you don't see until you're ready to
let it
pull
go
away from it. It's like, damn, I really can't. Because when you get something piss you off,
you go right back to it.
You're going to result to it because that's your habit.
That's the unhealthy coping mechanism. But mine was women. Stop talking to one, go. I got another one already reading on me.
Why you think that was? And the reason why I asked you,
it was like you said, it was easily attracted. It was easy for me to get to, but it wasn't right.
Exactly.
But it's everything that's not right for you is always easy to get to.
Okay, that's true. That's true, King. That's true, bro. As I'm thinking, I'm like, what's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Yeah, but you really got to get to a point to where it's like, what's really important? Is this really gonna benefit me? Is it not? But that's when you get older. You don't be thinking about that when you're in your early 20s.
Maturity.
But you should.
Maturity.
Yeah.
That's true, man.
And I know like maturity helps the change of the seasons too. Because the more you mature, the more you realize what's important, what's not important. Because right now, what's important to me is my boys, me showing them what a great example of a man is. And moving with purpose and saying, all right, I'm saying I'm doing this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to let you see me do it. I'm going to let you watch me do it. I'm going to have you do it with me to make sure you know how to do it. Instead of just me saying, yeah, do this. But a lot of times, if somebody tells us what to do, we don't really know how to do it. Or we're not going to do it because we don't know.
Exactly.
So me just being that real example and showing them outside of just telling them. That's all I'm focusing on right now. That's the most important thing in my life right now.
Bro, I can understand. I can relate. I can overstand when it comes to that, man. I try to install fitness into my regimen.
Mhm.
And whenever I'm with my kids, I try to like show them this is what it takes, right? Do it.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're going to see me do it. I give them the option to do it with me or not because we host these free fit camps on Saturdays. And sometimes they join, sometimes they go and play around or whatever. But I just want to install that early,
Mhm.
right? Because if you can focus on your physical fitness, right, and you just have that as a priority, I feel like it opens up so many other doors in your life, right? Because if I could be consistent, get to the gym at 5 a.m. every morning, what else can I do if I put my mind to it and sit and just lock in and do it?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about me putting that example in front of my kids. Like a lot of times, I don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't. I'm just like, man.
I'm gonna skip the dick.
And another thing is, and environment, right? If you're surrounded around people who like understand, like you said this, you my dog. I gotta hold you accountable to this.
Mhm.
I think it's important, like, to pick your people wisely. You should have like different people for different seasons in your life, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
But that's something that's gonna show. Cause the people who ain't in the right season with you, they're gonna fall off.
Exactly.
Every time.
That's real. And just some people just can't come to
Yeah, I can't
the
go
level.
with you.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm just grateful for one of my partners, Deontay, man. This dude, like the real example of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when I don't, you ain't going, I'll be there.
Right.
He still hit me, great morning. You know where I'm at. I'm just like, damn. And now it just kind of forces me to like, man, you can't just
That's that
say it.
motivation.
You
Yeah.
can't talk it and don't walk it because you got people looking at you. Not only people looking at you, going back to our kids, they watching.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't go to the gym today, Dad.
Yeah.
You ain't wake up at 5 a.m.
So I can
today,
skip
Dad.
them days too.
So I think it's very crucial, you know what I'm saying, especially in this, what we got going on with the kids. But I really appreciate you stating like living on purpose, like showing them, being that example. I'm big on intention right now in my life, bro. It's like everything I do, I want it to have some type of intention behind it.
Yeah.
So.
And that now, what is something you think is less important right now?
These women, bro.
Yeah.
Like, all honesty, bro, the energy and the time it takes to set the play up and execute the play with the women, I just think about that sex transmutation. It's like in Think and Grow Rich, one of the last chapters that he talks about. Like if you take that same energy that it took to, and for me personally, like to get her number, text her, go out, whatever, have a good time, get her to the crib, take a. If I put that into my, like my goals, what I really want to do, man, I'll be so much further.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it takes like holding yourself accountable because that's like a private, not a victory. It's a private, like, you know, struggle.
Yeah.
Right. Because I could still be me, but I still have that vice of, you know, like you said, women.
Yeah. Because you'd be like, I'm bored.
Exactly.
Come
Going
chill.
back to the habits, the invisible, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I can't shake it.
Yeah.
I know I can shake it. Going back to that excuse that we use, right? I know I can shake it. But it really just takes like, okay, D, line in the sand. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
And like sticking to it. And I got to say it to you. I got to say it to you. So when I see you, how you been?
Right.
You standing on business?
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
And I could agree with that being less important. But what I did when it came to the women is I was picking out in my dating phase, I was picking out all of them. I was like, this ain't work, this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna work. With you, it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's gonna work, but I ain't ready for it to work. Then once I really put in my head, it's time. Focus on that, and everything started changing. Focusing on one thing and just focus on one woman, exit out all the distractions. Once that started happening, everything started happening quicker.
You started to see the elevation?
Yeah. Because as men, we know the woman who's going to change our life and help us. We know that. But we be too busy still trying to mess around with the other ones just because we know we can.
Right.
But that goes back to that whole purpose thing. Once you put purpose in your life and really focus on what's important, ain't nothing gonna be able to stop you now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause these distractions ain't gonna never go nowhere. But you gotta be in control of that.
Right.
But that's the hard thing to do because of what we always see around us. How many chicks you got this week? How many you got them coming over?
It's glorified, man.
Yeah. The
Right.
bad thing, like you said earlier, the bad
That's so
things
crazy.
always praised.
And it's like, just the human nature is like, yeah. You know, yeah. But, yeah, man, it's one of those things where for me, I just really enjoy the options of being able to choose,
Mhm.
right? And I know I kind of probably messed up a lot of the situation.
Yeah, for sure.
With beautiful, like women, not even the inner beauty, I mean the outer beauty, just the inner beauty, like having conversations. And in my mind, I'm like, I know it's not going to go past here. But
Yeah,
if I was to really like lock in,
it really could.
you'll be such
Yeah.
a great person for me.
Yeah.
But I asked you about, did you see the elevation? Because I don't know, man.
How you word it? Try to word it.
Okay, so having all these women, I feel like it does not allow you to get the opportunity to focus on you.
Yeah, you don't.
Right? That time to heal.
You don't.
But if I have one in the cup, like one in the chamber, like I know she'll be good, but I'm not all the way there yet.
But she gonna help you get there. Cause
I received that.
I could say that with my girlfriend, right?
Mm.
She was there with me doing all the craziness and me dealing with different women. She told me, your coping ain't healthy. It's not just about me. I'm looking at you. Your coping not healthy. You gotta fix that. And I really it took me time to really look into myself and be like, you really are tripping. You really are just out here wilding. And where your time going? Because my time and money that I should have been saving, spending on being out. Come hang with me here. Wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I can honestly say, from when I split and moved back, I was in Dallas. Then when I moved back to New Orleans, I wasted a whole year and a half.
Just
What your mama said.
My mama been told me, she was like, Darren, you need to chill out. And then once I tapped into myself and worried about that one person, it had me see, I really was out here tripping. I wasted a whole year and a half. Bryson know too. He was with me. It was like, bro, I really wasted my time and my money because all I was doing was going out the whole time. Always outside. I was never home.
What you told me, you was like, that's the only way you could have coped with everything because that's how you were doing it.
Exactly.
I said he was lying to himself.
And when over time, it's like you really see, you really lying to yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'm not tapping into me. I'm just using distractions.
I got a girl best friend, and she kind of so I'm also working in the industry right now as a server, so it's so easy, right, to indulge and get a shot here, sample this, right? And she asked me why if you say that you want to abstain from this, why you keep? And I'm like, it's
easy.
You know what I'm going through. You already know. So it's like going back to the initial conversation. What's easy to do is also easy not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those little, and I fall for it, man. I'm just like, man, come on, D. You know you do this. You're not going to get up in the morning for church, right?
Uh-huh.
You're not going to, I feel like your nights dictate your morning.
Yeah,
right?
all the time.
So
All the time.
if you don't have healthy habits, right now I'm trying to get a routine for I got a nice little setup for the kids, but for me personally, I need a nightly routine. Cause the morning I know is this, that, third, but if I don't set my night up to prepare me for the next day,
Yeah.
it's a lot, right? A lot of stuff don't get done. And it's a high probability that I don't have a good day.
Right.
So, boy.
Because you run off fumes.
Exactly.
So, what exactly did you enjoy from this season?
This season, man, I've been really enjoying the progress I've been making and just being observant and noticing. Like, I've been just elevating, doing stuff my way, right? Just got my own crib. It's been a long time coming. I've been making it, but like I haven't really felt as if I was truly making it because I always had support of families and, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like a grown man living with my godmother, right? The most comfortable environment ever, pool table, everything, right? Just come home and just, and I was like, man, I didn't want to leave.
Right.
I really didn't. And she like, what's up? She never forced me. She like, yo, man, what you gonna do?
Right.
These boys looking at you. And whenever you're in somebody else's environment, you want to definitely be respectful. And I always wanted my kids to have that range to be able to be free in their environment, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, you can't really do that when you under another person's roof.
Exactly. So I really just been enjoying like the elevation and the progress I have. Like I've curated my own environment to be exactly how I want it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I come home, I got the candles going, right? I got the plug-ins, I got the smell. But I get that from being in that environment I was in, right? It was just so curated for that peace.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, whenever I'm going to Bath and Body Works, I got to get that shit.
When I purchased my crib and just having it, and you actually set your ways of doing things, like I'm not about to go back.
Yeah, right.
I need this to do this every day. When I feel like doing, I can't go to nobody else.
Yeah,
exactly. Come on now. Exactly, man. So that's really one of the perks of this season that I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing the progress. A lot of times I didn't really think I was making progress. I just thought I was chasing, just in a hamster wheel. But now I'm looking back like, okay, you did this, now you're here, right? Opportunities are coming your way. Position yourself. Another thing I didn't mention, so I have a consulting firm where I help people get access to funding.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of business owners, they in order to be fundable, you have to be findable, right? And if you don't set yourself up correctly, it's hard. It's a lot of red tape to get the money to be able to do marketing and do other things that you want to do to elevate your small business to become a household name. So that's what I've been on. And I don't know how I kind of went off on that tangent just now, but
no, that was you shouting out what you do.
Yeah, so
that was your shout out.
world-class consulting firm. That's what we do. But being in that position, it's like, okay, it's important for me to have the environment, the space, and all that good stuff that I got going on now.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it then. I was just like,
because you was comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Yeah.
And if you're not moving forward, by nature, you're moving backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just coasting.
And
good.
That's one thing that I could say I enjoyed about it too. Just me seeing where I was at, where I was at in the beginning, like married life, all that, to all that being taken away from me, right? Now I gotta do it all over again. But I enjoyed it because I was able to see how it is, what I don't want. Now I see how I'm gonna make it. And it starts with me. Mm-hmm. Now I know how to revamp it to me running my own household in the right way. And knowing that my boys, like, yeah, it's cool being here. Like you said, it was comfortable. When I came back, I was living with my mom, and it still wasn't right because at the end of the day, they can only run around here so much.
Exactly.
Then you're going to be, they got toys over here, pick it up. Like, exactly. Nah, we home now. Exactly. Do what you want.
Have fun.
But
Yeah, so piggybacking off of that, man, right now I got these little scooters in my house.
Yeah.
So the boys, they be flying. Like, they flying. He be like, Daddy, look. And he be swerving. I'm like, I see you, man. I be like, how that make you feel? You're like, I feel powerful. But I didn't get that experience until being in my own space. You know what I'm saying? So I really think this season in my life has been like, I'm just enjoying the process of becoming the person I know. I feel like I should have been him, right? Because it's always been in me, but now it's like, okay, D, there you go.
But you had to go through what you went through to get there, though.
And I'm still fighting, right?
Mhm.
It's still a fight.
Yeah.
Like
It's an everyday fight.
What? You don't understand. But like I said, all of that is molding me and shaping me to be the person. And whenever we're going through whatever it is,
Mhm.
right? In the moment, you can't really understand the lesson, but you got to go through it to be able to. And that's why I really appreciate your platform, the podcast, just the conversations, right?
Mhm.
Because when I see other people who have been through similar stuff, I'm like, dang, I'm not alone. That's what Mom said.
And that was the whole point of me starting this.
Man, when I tell you, dog, I talked to my mom, I talked to my brothers, and I feel like nobody really get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Because they probably ain't go through it.
exactly. And I'm in it,
Yeah.
right? And there's only so much advice people can give you,
Uh-huh.
right? You can talk to you till you blue in the face, but it's like, I'm still experiencing, I'm just like, man, feeling defeated, feeling hopeless. And then I see the pod, I'm like, hey, D going through. I can relate from afar. I'm like, okay, I see you. You know?
Right.
And full circle, here we are, man. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Just call me whenever you need to talk.
Boy.
I'm serious.
Don't tell me what a good time.
Nah, for real. We can talk for a couple hours. Trust me. I be running it with people all the time. Because we not alone. Never. Wherever you go through, somebody else either went through it or going through it. And like I said, that was the whole point of me starting all this.
Mm-hmm.
For people to be able to share their voice and let other people know they ain't by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody going through something.
Boy, what?
You go through it to edify people, to lift people up, not put them
Everybody be lifted up.
And also can help people before they start.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little cheat code now.
That's it. But it also takes the maturity that we're talking about as well, right?
Yeah.
I feel like maturity is taking full responsibility for everything that's happened to you in your life. Like when you able to say, okay, whatever, somebody hit my car, that's on me.
Yeah, I got shit in the park
You
right
can
there.
really take that to the chin. That's the level that you gotta be at in order to like really just understand these seasons of life.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna come. Bad stuff will happen.
Yeah.
Happenings happen to everybody. But it's like, how you gonna respond?
Yeah.
I could go off on you, I could whatever, but like, what's the outcome? What is it benefiting me to have a negative reaction to this?
That's what I always say. Because people always be saying, you a little too calm. I be like, at the end of the day, what that's going to do for me?
No, it killed me with the nonchalant stuff.
Yeah. Why you so nonchalant? Like, I ain't going to go off. Like, for what?
That's how you be on the court too.
Yeah.
It's just like,
For real. I'm like, it's all
this
good.
is what it is.
Now just come down here 4 in a row.
You know,
All right.
same little shrug. You know what I mean? But it's cool, man. And I also think that the hooping is like a big part of the mental.
Man, that's a good therapy. I ain't gonna lie.
I went to New York and I was just trying to hoop, man. I went to Central Park, you know, I'm like, where's the court? I just go hoop. So I'm hooping with this dude. They had some kids out there, and another guy, he pull up. And he like, yeah, man, me and my girl just got into it. Like, she don't understand. She's asking me, why do I want to play basketball like I'm getting paid? Instead of just appreciating that I love something so much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I play Monday, in a Monday league, Tuesday league, Wednesday league. I go to the park Saturdays. It's just one of those things where
That's your getaway.
meditation and motion, you know what I'm saying? Like I could just clear my mind. And one thing I really started to be intentional about while I'm on the court is just giving God like praise, like thank you for giving me the ability to shoot. Thank you for,
Right.
just being able to come out here and really compete.
Yeah.
You be like, damn, do you really? Yeah, But it ain't me, it's him. But I'm just happy that I have that outlet. And, you know, you meet so many great people. Like, we met through hooping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, who would ever know?
Yeah.
And,
It could get to this.
I'm really intentional about, like, asking people, like, what you do.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, really getting to know them outside of the court. And it opens up so many different doors, man, to the point where it's like, I encourage people, like, who? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, just network.
So you be like, damn, I didn't know you know this person, this, that, and the third.
I know you did all this.
Link to this, then it's linking to that, and you know, positive in a positive way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I appreciate you for doing this with me, though, bro.
Oh, absolutely, King. Like, this is well needed.
Good.
Good talk.
This is another episode. Remain open, honest, vulnerable. Tune in next week.
Let's get it.
And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.